Oh, it's Wednesday, and we are talking about Tarzan in 4K. You don't want to miss this. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Oh, boy.
Previously on the Nerdy Ronin Network.
Happy Humpday. That's right, middle of the week. Work week's half on the way out the door, and the weekend is slowly approaching. One of my favorite days of the week, of course. And we have a lot to talk about. So you don't want to miss any of this. Just like and subscribe if you haven't already. We appreciate you. All of you, the new ones, old ones, everybody. Thanks for being here. We look forward to talking to you 3 days a week, for sure. In the description down below are links to all the things we use here. We enjoy these products and we thought you might like them too, so we found some promo codes to help you save a little bit of your hard-earned moolah. So there's that. Now, real quick, before I get into Tarzan, I want to tell you at the end of this and every single video are numbers to call if you need help, especially veterans. Our veteran community is struggling and has been left out in the cold. Every single video, they're at the end. Make sure if you need help, you reach out to somebody. You're not alone, my friend. I promise. All right. Let's talk about this movie right here. Look, normally I don't talk about newer movies, and this isn't really newer, 2016, but I like the classics, you know? The Legend of Tarzan. Let's look at it, shall we? 2016, PG-13, hour and 50 minutes. Tarzan, having acclimated to life in London, is called back to his former home in the jungle to investigate the activities at a mining encampment. Sure. Directed by David Yates, written by Adam Kozad, Craig Brewer. Originally, the books and stories were written by Edgar Rice Burroughs, of course. Starring Alexander Skarsgard, Rory J. Saper, Christian Stevens. Come on, Internet Movie Database. Margot Robbie, Christoph Waltz, Samuel L. Jackson. Who are these people that you're talking about here? Oh my goodness. All right. Let's get into it. Look, I happened to be in a game exchange the other day to get a couple of discs resurfaced on a DVD set Nerdy Wife got me. And so while I was waiting for that to be done, I saw this on the shelf. And there's only one reason I bought it. First off, I love Tarzan. When I was a kid, I used to watch the old black and white serials. And I've always had a love for the classic, like Conan and things like that. Like I just dig those older stories. Lone Ranger, the old shows, the Lone Ranger and whatnot. And I saw The Legend of Tarzan. Now, I've seen a lot of Tarzan movies, y'all. But this was in 4K and it was $9. $9. Okay, I'm there. I'm down for a $9 4K. Also came with the Blu-ray. Both discs look brand new, so I was all right with it. Now, you may, if you've seen anything about this movie, you may think, oh man, everybody knows how Tarzan became Tarzan. Like, that's old news. No, that's not what this movie's about. This movie, it's later. It's 8 years after he's been brought from the jungle to London, and he's back to being his royal self with all the money and prestige, wearing a suit. Him and Jane have it made in the shade. Meanwhile, bad guy number one, Christoph Waltz, is trying to make a deal in Africa where Long story short, a king in a certain country was given the African Congo. And so they're trying to get all the minerals and diamonds and everything out of there, but they've run out of money. So Christopher Waltz is sent in to try to make it happen, Captain. And this leader of this tribe in Africa says, "Hey, we'll work with you, but for a price." He's like, "Whatever you want, you can have it as long as I get all these diamonds." He's like, "Bring me Tarzan," because he wants to kill him. Now, you don't know why. So anyway, this king that supposedly owns the Congo now sends a invitation to Tarzan, who's now Mr. Hoity-Toity in London, although you can tell he's not happy there, inviting him to come look at all the schools and all the good things they're doing in the Congo now. It's all malarkey. They're not doing any of that. They're just trying to get him there so they can give him to the bad guy. One bad guy can give him to another bad guy, and then kill him. You with me? So he is like, "All right, I'm going to go by myself." And Jane's like, "Hold up. Wait a minute. No, you're not. Take me with you." Because she was raised there as well. Not the same way, not in the wild like he was. But her father was, I believe, a teacher, if I remember correctly, at a school there. So she goes to, and Samuel L. Jackson is a guy trying to prove that slavery is being done there in Africa by these people. So he tags along as well. So Tarzan slowly throughout the movie goes from well-to-do to Tarzan, all right? And has to save the day. To save Jane, of course. Tarzan and Jane. This was brilliantly done and completely filmed in London. That's right. There's scenes with a boat going down the river. You know, there's the forest, the rainforest, and the African jungle. It's all malarkey. And except for one scene, they did a great job. You would believe, watching this movie, that this was filmed on location in Africa. No. Soundstage. It's all built. All of it. And it looks great. With the exception of one time when Samuel L. Jackson is on Tarzan's back and are swinging through the forest on a vine. It looks a little hokey. And another time when a gorilla gets a little too close to a person in a battle. But other than that, the special effects shots are fantastic. The jungle that they created and made, like some of it practical and some of it computer graphics on green screen, this looks fantastic. The vine swinging, they did a great job on it. It looks well done. And I really enjoyed this. It honors the material. There's no messaging. It's just a great story told about a hero that you don't see much about anymore. But instead of doing what, shall we say, Disney and Marvel do, where you have to show the origin story 97 times, because that's the only movie you can write. This takes place after. Now, there are flashbacks showing how he became Tarzan, because some people are going to watch this and not know who Tarzan is. So they have done some flashbacks that show you about how he was raised up, what happened to his family, what happened to him. But that's just a moment or two in the movie, whereas the movie is later on. 8 years after he's back in civilization. So, if you like Tarzan, or if you never watched anything about Tarzan, don't know anything about it, get you this movie. It's fantastic. It's a really good watch. Extremely entertaining, good musical score, good cinematography. Special effects, as I said, are great. And I can't say anything bad about it. Alexander Skarsgard does a great job as Tarzan. Plays him great. Margot Robbie, well done as Jane. You know, the fierce, independent woman. But she's earned it. She's not just strong, independent, fierce woman because she's woman. She grew up in Africa. She on the edge of the jungle. Like she has earned her strength and it shows. So no messaging, great entertainment, strong woman, strong man. Gorillas, Samuel L. Jackson. And of course, Christoph Waltz. Oh man, he is awesome. All right, I have to go late in the day. Got so much stuff going on. All right, we'll be back on Friday. Kung Fu Friday, maybe. Or maybe not. I don't know yet. We'll see. All right, for Michael, the microphone, Bob, squeaky chair in the back, and this big fat nerd. We'll see you on Friday.